All right, so people, it's another time here, and of course, this is the only place you get to find out all the most interesting things you can think of. Today, I'm hanging out with some very interesting people. I'm sure you'll find them interesting as well here on the show. It's STAD. My name is KMJ, and it's always a pleasure to be here and serve you the very best of entertainment. Now, I'm going to get into my guests on the show. I have three people, and they are very solid people, actually, and I've got something that I want to be talking about their career, about their lives, about their, hidden secrets as well. But we'll find a way to get that, all right? So thanks for joining us as always here on STAD. And let me introduce to you my guest here on the show today. So I'm going to be starting from, now you, ladies first. So it's cool?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm happy. I'm happy to be the first one here.
Okay.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good, good, good.
So tell us, what's the name?
Nengi Adoki.
Nengi Adoki. Okay. And obviously that's Nigerian. Are you related to the Nengi we know in any way?
Oh my goodness. I'm going to say my name again. Nengi Adoki for added effect. I believe that one you're talking about is Nengi Rebecca Hampson.
So I want to actually find out the Nengi, what exactly it is, whether it's a first name or it's it belongs to a particular set in Nigeria. That's what I want to find out.
Yeah, makes sense. So so my name's Nengi, and it is from River State, Nigeria. It's my first name. And what else do I have to say about my name?
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense from where it's coming from.
It's unisex. A lot of people think that it's like,
that.
My cousin's name is Nengi.
I want to be Nengi right now.
Yeah. So,
okay, interesting. I like that.
It's from
Great
the southern
stuff.
part of Nigeria. Grew up there. Came out. Went to Canada. Came back to Nigeria, and now I'm in Ghana.
Okay.
Hi, everyone.
It's good to find you here in Ghana, though. I hope you've been enjoying yourself.
I have been enjoying myself. I cannot even stress that enough. I just have to really shout out David as well for making sure that this is a good time. Also, Lamb's Travel Consults as well. They've been great too. And I really want to come back.
No, we're going to get there. You're definitely going to come back. Something different though, but you'll come back. Dave, Charlie, what's up? Everything cool?
Good, blessed.
Nice one. So, I mean, for those of us who do not really know a lot about you and all that, you might want to just let us get into your life a little bit.
I'm David Ankra, an actor in Ghana.
Yep.
Yeah, so basically I'm based in Ghana. Yeah, but I have some few productions here. I'm with them in TMC. I think I've shot a couple of movies in Ghana, Getting Married with Venus Production. I think Deja Vu. Yeah, also Venus Production. And then my recent one is actually with production in Nigeria, which is going to be on Rock also.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've been here in and out. Yeah.
And it's been here. Badge is also in here. He's also been here. Tell us about it.
He tells you, how did you know both of these guys' name? And then when it came to me, he's like, which Nengi?
I already know your name.
Oh.
I just wanted to be sure it's the Nengi I'm talking to.
Wow.
The other Nengi. So we're good.
Can you imagine? Carry on.
Good. So, Badge, tell me about yourself as well.
I'm Badge Adibale, based in Nigeria, Lagos. I'm an actor and a filmmaker. This is my first time in Ghana. Actually, this is, if my memory serves me correctly, I think this is my first time in an African country that is not Nigeria. Actually.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's extra special.
Yeah.
And it's been, actually, I've loved it here. From the moment I arrived. Actually.
Yeah.
It's been different, but the same at the same time. So.
And by the way, he's got a lot of Nigerian girls keeping him in Nigeria, so don't worry. He's never moved.
I don't know about that. Ghanaian girls are pretty awesome too. So.
Now we're switching, right?
I've just been here for what, 2-3 days.
Yeah.
Let me.
You like it?
Yeah,
He's still entering.
Okay.
Actually,
you have a good way of getting into ladies anyway, so I wouldn't. Oh, you want me to remind you of the episode?
No.
What episode is he talking about?
The way you started it already is enough.
I don't mind giving you all the details on that episode. Anyway, so I mean, guys, it's good to be hanging out with you guys. I want to find out. I mean, the men's club has been doing. I posted the video you sent to us, and somebody that I've been crashing on, actually, a friend that I've been crashing on sent me a text message that, that's my guy.
Yes.
And I'm like, yo, I've been looking for you for how many years now? And you can't do this to me. And she sends her regards, by the way. Her name is Freema.
Her name is who?
Freema.
Freema. Nice to meet
Yeah,
you.
that's a Ghanaian name.
Yeah.
And she sends her regards.
Oh.
I'm not happy about that. Anyway, but I mean, you've also been there. You've been YouTube sensation. You've done stuff on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
You've projected yourself
Of
in
course.
so many other places and all that. How does it look like in where you find yourself? The experience over the years. Before we get into the details of what you've been doing on the TMC.
On TMC, are you talking about just TMC or?
No, let's talk about what you've been doing before getting into that stage.
Okay, before getting into that. Okay, well, like both of them, I've been an actor. More recently now, a writer and a producer for film. It's very interesting reflecting on my journey because, for me, it hasn't just been about just, acting. I've also been very, very enthusiastic about technology. So sometimes when I'm not acting or writing or producing, I'm usually, heavy on the tech end with some of the partnerships that I've made, some of the great companies that I've worked with as well. But as far as acting, I graduated from the University of Toronto studying performance art theory and information technology. But then over time, I wanted to really solidify my enthusiasm as a performer and a creative by going back to school for performing arts as well. And I think what really helped me to kind of continue in that direction was when I was in the university, I used to create these shows. They were live shows, and it was very popular at the time. It was called Sync Afrique, so it was like an African cultural show where people just came and celebrated being African in a Canadian environment where you don't necessarily have that much space to do that. So it was after that I started acting professionally in Toronto. I was at an agency called The Characters, and I was with them for a little over a year, I believe, and with them I did a lot of off-Broadway stuff. I did a Canadian TV show called Lost Girl, and it was after that I decided to move to Nigeria. But it was interesting because my move to Nigeria was because of technology. I don't know if a lot of people have heard about the company Andela. Andela is really like a software development I don't like calling it an agency, but they train very brilliant minds across the continents, and they try to pair them with very top heavy scale companies that are doing awesome things around the world. Anyways, worked with them, and then while I was there, it allowed me to sort of enter the performing arts industry. Because when I wasn't doing that, then at night I was really looking to interesting things that were happening in Nigeria, and that was where I got my first role on a Nigerian Broadway musical called Waka the Musical. So that happened in London. It was a hit. It happened in Lagos. We went on tour, and then after that, I think that's probably what really solidified my career as an actor, or at least started it. And then from there, a couple more theater shows later, a couple more TV shows later, TMC came along, and that's when I joined.
She ended up specializing in playing side chicks.
Wow! From tech to side chicks.
Yeah.
Very nice.
It's
very,
interesting
very nice,
to know how many people will not get their husbands close to you.
Oh wow! You guys, listen, please don't listen to him. If you're watching for the roles that I've done beyond TMC, check out The Most Toasted Girl.
Okay,
that's the one you need to even.
But the one we know, and the one we want to know, is the side chicks.
Can you imagine?
No, so, I'm going to find out how you play that so well, and how it's not affecting your real life. We'll find out that. But let me get to Baj, man. You're a womanizer, man. But you so tell me, how? Let's get into TMC. Describe your role for me, and let me know how you had to transform your real life as a filmmaker. I mean, you've been there, you've done that, into getting into that space where you do it so well.
After reading the script and talking to the writer and the director of the show, that's Tola Odunsi and Dami Libby, I kind of had they helped me have a very firm grasp of what he is as far as the show is concerned. They didn't just want me to understand who he is as a person, but what he's supposed to be as far as the whole show is concerned, And for the four guys, he's the glue. For the whole show, he's one obviously that brings most of the comedy, but he's also supposed to also be the one that brings some of the wisdom at the same time, and they wanted him to be, well, maybe that wasn't what they wanted, but I know Dami wrote him because she knew him in real life. Like, there's actually a Lewis kind of individual in real life, so she modeled him after that guy.
Okay.
So when I did when she saw some of the few episodes, she just called me up and was like, you are exactly him now. Like, oh, cool, that means I'm doing it well.
Yeah.
But I don't understand. It was late. I didn't know exactly who he was till I think like around season 2, when I would see how people react to him. And I noticed the reason why he's so loved and everyone enjoys him so much is because there's actually a little bit of Lewis in everybody.
Okay.
So that's pretty much what makes him so likable, what connects you to him. Because depending on who you're around and where you are, you would sometimes be the life of the party.
Yeah.
You would be the one with all the jokes and the one with all the positivity and all the good vibes. It happens when everything is put in the right place. But for him, he necessarily doesn't need that. He brings it as it's coming. So it's just to make sure when you're about to play him, about to do a scene, you yourself are in the right place. You're relaxed. You're not getting in your own way. You're not trying to be, you're just chilled.
Yeah.
And as long as you can just get to that zen point, everything pretty much flows. Because it's pretty much on the paper most of the time.
I see. And you do that pretty well. And I'm glad that, you know, some of the people out here, you know, enjoy what you guys do and they're excited about it. Now let's find out, Kojo. Tell us about your space. You're all the one that comes with the muscle, and you know, comes in with the muscle. And there's one episode that I watched that you had to come, you know, can't take over some CEO role like that. You were talking to your cousin out there, and your coming in was like, yo, James Bond, or this one is just coming for the business, man. You know, but I loved it. You know, let's talk about it. How do you put yourself in that character?
Well, like you said, it's mostly much on paper, and you just have to envision yourself in the character you're going to play and know the kind of thing you're in there, because you know the Gabas, you know the story about them, you know how it is. So I mean, representing a Gaba, I was like, okay, let me just put myself in the space. So it's mostly more on paper. I mean, the character is going to reveal itself next more. We get in there, so it's just on that level now. So we'll get to see how the character evolves in the next seasons.
Let's look at the bigger picture in terms of what we're trying to achieve with this. I mean, there's a story of betrayal, there's love, there's fantasy, there's almost everything in there, which of course mirrors society one way or the other. As characters, and I'm going to come to all of you, as characters, how do you see yourselves when you look at the outside world and what you're trying to portray in that, you know, space that you've been given? How do you see it?
I think it's a great opportunity also, and you know, we dream of being great people and then impacting lives of the public, you know, because people are looking up to us, and you never know who wants to be like. Oh, I get people calling, you know, want to be like you, want to be on that side. But I tell people, it's not just getting into the space like that. You should have a vision. You should have a stronghold where you want to be and how you see yourself. And I feel we as actors, we have a lot to impact on the society. So whatever we do, I think, to me, my secret is more about prayer. I mean, I tell people, be more prayerful and then have that vision of where you want to get to. So once you have that, you have the discipline and the control. I mean, that's what it is. Yeah.
All right, can I take yours back?
Actually, I was one of those individuals that actually didn't have any think that far. Actually, my focus was I just wanted to do great projects and act. You know, I didn't even put the other part that comes with acting, the whole attention and fame in my thoughts until it started happening, and I had to start readjusting. I'm actually still readjusting, to be honest, and I started making the rules as it was coming, and I just made the rules. Major focus on the rules as regards the kind of person I am and the kind of upbringing I had. You know, I was pretty much brought up to be a very proper person. You know, treat people kindly, treat people how you want to be treated. You know, work with integrity. That's how I was brought up. So when the whole fame and everything started coming in, and I started realizing that what I actually say actually matters, that people are actually listening to what I had to say, I was like, okay, I'll just pretty much say what's on my mind because that's all I know. And it turned out that ended up being a pretty good idea because most people do not really understand that it's not like you should not be yourself, but you should just be careful what kind of things you say, how you relate to people, what kind of message you're putting out there. And that's pretty much what I just focus on. Just put what's on your mind out there. If you have good stuff up here, you can put it out there and see who relates to it. And it's been working pretty well, pretty fine actually. And that's what I focus on.
Okay. You, on the other hand, find yourself in that low fix because I mean, there's a perception. There's a perception around this idea of women, you know, trying to be, you know, who they want to be at all costs. And by so doing, they end up, you know, affecting other people's lives.
Is that really? Are you talking about the character?
I'm talking about the character
or me?
No,
okay,
no, it's the character. It's the character.
Character as in Lola.
Exactly.
All right.
The character, and you have to still step in. And do that. I don't know how many people have seen you in Nigeria. Were doing your business and I've called you a side chick, whatever, and insulted you.
Yeah, no, it's interesting that you say that because I met someone at an event in Lagos and she walked up to me. She said, "Oh my God, you know, you're in the men's club." I said, "Yes." She's like, "I didn't really like your character." And I was
there
like,
you go.
And I asked her, I said, "Why?" She said, "Because I used to be a side chick and you reminded me of myself."
You know?
And I didn't even know what to do with that.
You can't give up the role
exactly,
to, I mean,
you know, it's a really weird, you know, I could see her struggling to be like, "Oh, let's take a picture." At the same time, it's like, I don't want to be part of this. And it's interesting. I've even gotten like hate mail as well. I shared that on Twitter one time where people were, some girl, you know, she was just saying, "You need to leave people's husbands alone." You know, thanks. Thanks. This is the reason why people are harassing me online.
Sorry, man.
Yeah, so I get that a lot. And for me personally, I didn't struggle with playing Lola, and I want to say it's not because I am a side chick. I just want to say that the reason why is because at the end of the day, right, there's no one of us here that's perfect, right? And sometimes those things will show up in different ways. In this case, here's like a young woman whose mother was doing the same things and then she has now grown up to also find herself in a position where she's on the side as well. And I think that speaks to how much nurture sometimes plays a role in terms of like how we grow up. And even sometimes when things have happened as a human being, you're like, oh, there's certain things about maybe your parents or sisters or brother, you're like, I don't ever want to be like that. But somehow, somehow life happens and things happen and next thing you know, you morph. So I really had to approach Lola as a human being who, like everybody else, is doing their best, but sometimes, you know, things happen. And in this case, and I think that this is why some people will connect with her on another hand, she's simply in love, right? And sometimes being in love makes us do very crazy things, sometimes silly things, and it's really hard for us to see past what we want at the time and how it's affecting other people. So just honoring who she is as a person and just understanding that, you know, it might have some bad repercussions, but this is who I want, and this is I'm gonna do everything that I can to be with this person. Damn the consequences. Now, it may not be right, but that is a woman.
It's happening, Interesting stuff. So I want us to get into the picture of the industry itself. I want us to explore a little bit on that and see how you guys are coping with what you're doing. I understand that I know that most of these industries are all growing industries. They find themselves in the situations where usually you end up getting more fame than more savings. And it's a big deal because we've seen most actors grow up to a certain stage. They can't take care of themselves anymore and it becomes a problem. What are we saying differently in the industries here in Africa? And this is a topic that I want us to explore because I feel that there's the need for it. Recently in Ghana, we had one of our favorite actors in a very dire situation and was actually asking for money on television. A lot of people criticized it and all of that.
Right.
As young, you know, ones who are doing everything they can to get fame and get money and everything, what are we looking at? I'll start with you, Kojo. You're home.
What I'll say is, you know, once we base ourselves on the social status, we actually concentrate more on the fame, like you're saying. It's sad to concentrate more on the fame and then forget the business part. It's showbiz. you know, and most of them do not know the business part. It's like we want the fame, we want the fame. And I say it boils down to the producers and let's say the industry also. Because I've been on set where they think they're doing you a favor, so they don't have to pay you. You understand? And when you speak about it, you
sound like,
you know, so that's what it is. So I think we should take the business side more, how do you call it? We should pay attention to that more than the fame. Because fame with no money is you know what I mean? And it's very sad. So I think with the young ones, we have something in us to bring out. Whilst you're doing that, you should actually think about the business side also. Because your character, whatever brand you're bringing out, people want it. So how do you want to bring it on the table to them? But if you lower yourself to them, they're also going to treat you like that. So I think this is what happens in our industry here. So,
I see. Bash, you're a filmmaker, you've been behind the scenes, you've done a lot with that. How would you want to project this?
Just to piggyback off of what he said, you just have to really understand the business point of view of everything, because you have to try your best to know how you can monetize your fame. That's pretty much what, especially with social media now. There's a lot of money coming from social media if you're able to actually put yourself out there as a brand as opposed to just another popular face. So being your fame, and for the filmmaking point of view, is majorly the distribution that's pretty much the problem. Because most of the money is going to come from the amount of money you can get from the product you're producing. That's pretty much where your money is going to come from. So if there are not enough platforms or enough structure that is very easy to access, it's very transparent. You can tell that when you do this and you do this and you do this, you are going to get this, as opposed to you doing all this and you are hoping that something works. It's not mathematically proven, you know. There's not enough structure for you to actually know that once you work with this person and you put this on this platform and you do this, then it will yield at least, it doesn't have to even be specific, but between this to this amount should come. Once you have all this data, it's easier to even talk to investors and tell them at this particular point of time, you're going to get this amount of money and stuff. But we haven't gotten to that point in our industry where you can confidently do that. And that's always going to be a problem for everybody. So once we've able to work out the distribution part of it, which is, I don't think people understand how important that is. I think it's after you've made a film, you've put in all that work, and you start having distribution problems, you now realize that this is a very, very big problem. So once you're able to work that out, have a very good channel to push your stuff out there, then I think it will really make a big difference, both for the filmmakers and the actors. Hopefully for the actors, if you don't end up working with a very greedy filmmaker that refuses to...
You're doomed.
That's always an issue.
Then you've been on the other side, you know, you've experienced out of, you know, Africa a little bit. And so you have a picture of how it runs over there comparatively. You think that what can be done?
I agree with both of them. I think that as an actor, you should definitely be thinking, it's show business, right? Like you should definitely be thinking about how to show well in terms of like quality, and also in terms of like, okay, as an actor, it's interesting because then you notice that you are both the product, right? And you are the product, you are the brand, and you are also the CEO. It's a really weird thing where you have to really understand yourself and what that means in terms of, you know, putting yourself out there. So they're both right. In terms of, is there anything different across the pond? Baj is correct in terms of distribution. The reason why, like a lot of, for instance, we're not even talking royalties yet here. We're not even talking like, you know, back paying, you know, just all of those things that matter. If I did like the best Nigerian film you've ever seen, 20 years from now, am I going to still get paid for it, right? If I did, you know, the best theater show, like, is there merchandising? Like, you know, there's so many things you can look at. So as far as what David is saying, I think that speaks to the fact that since we haven't quite gotten it right on the distribution end, it will be naive of anybody, both on the production end or as an actor, to come in and think that, you know, the fame will ever be enough. It will never be enough. You have to understand that this is a brand. How can I create strategies to continue to promote myself while, as a collective, we figure out what the distribution looks like? And it's very important. I think in Africa, sometimes we tend to, I don't know if, and I don't know if I've even been around long enough to say that, but sometimes in my mind, especially coming from the tech side of things, I don't think we center collaboration enough. And when I say collaboration, I don't mean it in terms of, you know, how people come in with no clear goals and just saying, oh, let's do what? It's like, okay, what are you doing? Yeah. Where is it going? How is it happening? Are we leveraging the best people? Are we the best people? Yeah. And I can't tell you the number of times where I'll have people in my inbox or even in my email telling me that they want to act, they want to write, they want to produce, and that's all great. It's like, if you were thinking about longevity and yourself as a business, first of all, you know, are you trained? Do you understand what the business is like? Are you talking to people who have already done it? Who are the best people here that can do this work? And if they're not here, how can I access them outside of this space? So I think it's a whole ecosystem that needs to be fixed. And while that's happening, the actor, the producer, the writer has to approach their work as a business. And even beyond that, what other skills do you have that you can leverage to sort of pay for things when acting or producing or writing is not necessarily helping? It will be ridiculous for anybody to enter the creative space and not think about how to, you know, live beyond just the paychecks that we get from an industry that's still evolving. Okay. Right? So,
all right. Yeah. Awesome. If you just join us over here on the show, this is Stad. Yeah, I'm hanging out with the cast, some of the cast of The Men's Club. And Badge is here, David is here, Nengi is here, and we're having a good conversation over here. I'm loving it so far. Now, I want to know, Badge, what was that memorable scene you've shot in TMC?
There are quite a number of them, actually, for different reasons. The first one is one of them, but which one should I pick? Oh, there's one. I will not be sharing that one.
Oh, wow.
Why are you not sharing? But that's what we're doing. It's okay.
Why?
You don't like it that much?
Actually, in real life, I like her that much. That's why I'm not sharing it. Yeah. I'm trying to be kind.
I see.
Which one though? Jeez. No, that's the one.
It's still going to be the same one.
Just go ahead with your wickedness.
That's what really comes to mind.
Just go ahead with your wickedness. Leave this like morality.
Okay, so give him permission to share.
You have to tell me what it is.
Oh, no, you don't want to know. You don't want to know first. Oh, the kissing scene.
Oh my God.
Which one? The sex one or the kissing? So, can we do that? Can we share that?
Actually, it's more about her than me.
What happened to you guys? What happened to you both in that scene? Now I'm curious. I want to know.
I'll take that.
So, Badge, you don't have any other scene to share?
I have. That's the only
number
one.
That's the only scene you can share.
Okay, you know what? Share it. Let's give. Yeah, share it.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
What happened?
Okay, we've been shooting for a long time. It was nighttime, so we just had one more scene left, and
keep going.
So you know what? When you've been shooting for a long time, you won't be seeing that many people on set anymore because everyone is tired.
Yeah.
The makeup artists, they've done their job and they're just going to go and like take a break. Everyone is just out of it. So you're used to just maybe seeing the sound guy, the DOP, the director. Just very few people on set. I mean, I'm fagged out. I just want to just finish, go to the hotel and sleep. So next time I walk on the scene, I'm in position where the directors, I'm sitting on the couch waiting to start the scene. And there's like a huge group of people behind the camera, like the makeup artist, the makeup assistant. And I was like, maybe they feel like watching anime. and the scene didn't look like one of those, like when it's a very serious scene, where like maybe there's a lot of crying, there's a lot happening, they will gather just to experience the drama. But it wasn't one of those. It was a very... So like, it's not that great a scene. Is everybody? I don't care. Shoot, let me go home. So we start shooting. It's going on. So in the scene, we are fighting. Louis and Lola are fighting at that time. So the scene is she comes in, she apologizes, and we make up like we do every time.
Yeah.
So that's the scene. So the scene has gone on. Everyone has left. Her character comes in. She apologizes. I like her. I'm crying. Blah, blah, blah. So in the scene, there's supposed to be a romantic scene. It's supposed to be
romantic. They were making out.
Exactly.
Like clothes were coming off.
It's supposed to be that kind of scene.
That is very interesting. I like this.
And we in Nigeria, we're very prim and proper. We don't like showing too much of anything. Yeah. So anytime you're showing that kind of scene, even you in the scene, you don't get to see anything. Okay. Just kiss, cut, kiss, cut. So I'm so used to that because that's what always happens.
Yeah.
So in my head, I'm going to kiss her for a while. He's going to say
And
cut.
then
And finally, I'm going to go and sleep. That's how my mind was working throughout the whole scene. So in the scene, I'm supposed to kiss her for a bit. And you know how they do now.
Yeah.
We kiss.
Yeah.
If I'm the one that's closest to the couch, she gets to do the pushing.
Yeah.
Which is, no more.
You like pushing. You like pushing.
It's in the script.
Is it really bad? Listen, remember, it was in the script once, and then we made it a thing.
Yeah, you
Can
did a thing because I saw another pushing from a restaurant.
Yeah,
Let me show you around.
Exactly.
And the next thing
Actually,
Listen,
no, but it's fun. I love it.
What he's talking, it was so. This was basically a prank, right? Clothes were supposed to come off in that scene. Usually, we're
she loves you. She's trying to end it for you.
yeah, because I see he's struggling. So it was a prank. We had told everybody else what we were gonna do. Her shirt was supposed to come off. We're in Lewis's bar.
Yeah.
Lola's shirt was supposed to come off, and then she pushes him on the scene. So in that scene, I went to Tola. I was like, how are you guys going to film it from the back? Because I find it tacky when clothes are supposed to come off and then you see like a weird like colored thing or band, and then they're supposed to be having...
She's supposed to be fully nude. But
they're supposed to be fully nude. I don't know what words are allowed on your thing. Sorry, I'm trying to censor myself.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's about to happen. So I told Tola, I was like, listen, I'll just put like tape around my boobs in the front so that way when you get it from the back, it's just my back and my boobs are covered. But he didn't know that.
Oh.
So he didn't know that. So we had put the tape across my chest, and next thing you know, at the scene... So at the point where he's about to, everything's about to happen, it's the reveal, and like I take my shirt off. This was bad. Basically, he was not expecting that at all.
So I'm like,
Do you
guys know she's naked?
Yeah, and
Everybody
everyone
knows
was
she's
just
naked.
laughing because his face was, and that's when I knew, like, he wasn't actually acting, like
Yeah.
they literally got the reaction, and that's a cool thing about.
I don't think it was cool.
He didn't, but the director got a shot. So hey,
that wasn't the Lewis reaction. Like that wasn't the reaction on script. Like he's supposed to say, like, yeah, let's get it on. Not what the hell is going on here? Kind of look.
Because you're surprised.
Which was the look I had.
Yeah.
Like, can we do another take?
Have you watched the scene?
Look? Yeah, apparently it still worked.
So the director, so we planned it so that the reaction was going to be as whatever it was. And if it didn't work, he was going to do a second take. So because it worked, he said he didn't need a second take, and he was just traumatized.
But it worked at the end of the day, and this, you guys go through these things a lot, so you're used to it kind of. So Dave, tell me about yours.
Well, I think it's the first scene actually. The holiday, yeah, that's what I remember. So
I remember
what happened?
Yeah,
you kissed someone.
No, I didn't kiss someone. I didn't kiss someone. I think I waited for like 3 hours, right?
Yes.
Because shooting the whole night.
Set life is waiting.
Set life, but it was fun because this was the first time meeting them. It's like, oh, okay. These are the guys. There was so much fun in the room. We're tired, but there was so much fun in the room. So I just got into set, and then everything just spun out.
He
so good.
Pretty easy.
Yeah, he entered pretty easy. I think it's that Ghanaian, relaxed, hey, chill.
Is it the one that you came, they introduced you to the squad?
Yeah.
This is Kojo.
Okay.
I had to introduce
you did that introduction.
I mean, it was the first time meeting all of them. So, I mean, it went really good. It went really, really good, trust me.
Yeah, and I kept checking on him. I didn't realize what the temperament would be. I'm like, are you okay?
Are you okay?
I'm like, are you good?
She was kind of
like,
worried,
Tan,
like,
I know we...
And he got in and he started talking about knowing somebody already. Like, like this guy, you're a bad guy. I see, interesting. What would it be for you?
What would it be for me?
Side chick?
Oh, wow. You know what? I personally have no qualms with that. Because at the end of the day, as an actor, you have to know who you are.
Yeah.
Because if you don't know that, how can you completely give yourself to another person, right? So you have to be certain. So once I'm certain and I know also who Lola is, I'm able to just oscillate between the two. I think for me, it would probably be the very first scene like him that I shot on the Men's Club, season 1. I remember it. The way my character was introduced, she was already in the bed. She was already having sex with someone.
Oh, yeah, I remember seeing
That was my very first time on set. I had to be naked.
Oh boy!
And
That's
I
insane.
thought, and I'd never met this person before. And you know, I looked at all the scenes. It wasn't even supposed to be that scene, so that just threw me off. I was like, oh my god. Okay, who are you? Okay, great. So I have to straddle you now, and that was my very
you
first
had
time.
to ride him, actually.
Yes, I had to ride him once, and I did not know. So I had to be like.
I don't think the guy helped. He was
No, he didn't help. So
he's not
the guy,
actor.
he wasn't a
This is the guy
professional
who's gonna-
actor.
Yeah, so
no,
he was very uncomfortable.
No, he
Yeah.
was uncomfortable. So I had to really, sort out,
Sort him out.
him,
Yeah.
then sort out myself.
You
Then
know, that's
I'm
a lot
like,
of work.
I've never worked with Tola. How's he shooting? Is this gonna be good for me?
Yeah,
Like
that's a
my
lot of
body. So it was that. But I think that being paired with this one was like
real deal,
very
yeah.
helpful because like he's solid. He's
Yeah.
professional. He comes, he does his job, he has his lines, and the moment we knew we were playing Lola and Lewis when
Yeah.
we're doing the reading, even during the reading, people were like, "Oh, I like what's going on here."
Uh-huh.
So I really think
tight.
that, we kind of just Vaj and I was like immediate, and we just went, and it's been really good. Like,
Aside being on set, we were
Yeah.
just about wrapping up though.
Yeah.
But aside being on set, especially the fact that you guys have been together for a matter of time, doing this together.
Right.
Do you have some feelings for each other?
Oh, I'm in love with her, man.
honestly,
In fact,
I would marry this man right
actually,
now.
actually, so, I was going to do this. I was going to do this like a little bit later, but since we're on camera,
Wow!
You're
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh,
oh, that'd be mad.
Where's the ring? Not you pranking me in Ghana.
that would be cool. No, but on the real, you guys.
No, we're just very,
get
very
that.
good friends, man.
Yeah, we're really, honestly.
You're not dating on any level.
No, not right now.
You don't hang out together.
Of course we do.
On the
We're here
side?
in Ghana together.
No, I mean
What are we- what are
not
you
the
talking
hangout. Like hangout, you
Yeah.
don't have anything going on.
Oh, okay, no. But we do hang out a
So,
lot. but not
you
like
know
that.
what? Yes.
What?
He wants.
That's the
Got
answer
you
he
naked?
wants, right?
Is that what you want to say?
That's the answer. Because he asked the first time, we said no. He asked the second time. So now you've asked again.
Get the
Should I
answer
say
you
yes? Will you be happy?
No, I'm curious. I'm curious because
asking
after this,
Exactly.
most Ghanaians will be falling in love with you after this. So
Yeah,
I just
aw.
want to be sure.
I understand
Yeah,
why
yeah,
I protect my
I
brother.
get it. So here's the thing, right? Personally for me, right? I'm blessed in the sense that like every single time that I'm acting opposite someone on screen, it's always kind of like really worked out. But what's happened now is that he's the most popular person that it's worked out with, right? And I'm not gonna lie, when I was sitting on camera, it's really affecting my dating life.
Yeah. I knew. We're gonna
mine is
get-
going just fine.
Nah, you and me. Okay, so let's talk about next season. What is the package like? When is it gonna be out and all of
Yeah.
that? I know it's supposed to be season 4.
Yeah, season 4.
Yeah, let's talk about it. When is it coming out? What are we doing? And different.
Do you know? Because me, I don't know. Did they tell you?
So here's the thing. I don't know.
We don't know.
We
Oh,
don't
you
know.
don't know yet?
We honestly don't know.
I know it was supposed to drop and it postponed.
Yeah.
Oh, it got postponed some
But we
Yeah.
haven't even shot it yet.
We haven't
Oh, you
shot
haven't
it.
yet?
Yes. But the good
Because
thing
when you
is-
say you don't know, they'll be like, what you know?
But
we
it's
haven't
something you're
shot-
gonna be doing.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
they're showing it,
there's,
they shoot it, but we don't know.
You have an
it's
idea what's happening or not?
I haven't read
Nothing.
the
Script.
I haven't
Okay,
read
no.
the script
Okay.
either.
Okay.
We're
But
just-
I did hear that it's going to be way tougher than
it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So before we wrap up, this is what I'm gonna do. We're gonna shoot the season 4 here. So
What's the scene? Let's go.
You're talking to her, and then you come in. For whatever reason, you were supposed to give him some news. Now you come see the two of them getting really tired. You don't know whether to deliver the news or go
the
away.
news? What's
The news is that the mom is sick.
Oh.
And not your real mom though. Your mom is sick, and you're supposed to deliver the news, but you came to meet them in a situation you feel like, okay, what am I going to tell this
Isn't
story?
it going to be more
Let's
fun
go.
if it's two of them and I'm bringing the news?
No, we
They've
want
seen us
Two of
a
us
billion-
bringing the
one of
news.
those a billion times like that.
Those two of you in the room.
because
Okay, go outside the room.
we're shooting the season 4
Go
here.
outside the room.
So
Go outside the room. Let's go.
I went this way. All right, so Dave, you're going to switch here.
Oh,
switch
really?
here.
Okay.
You know, you're sitting actually. So you switch this. Okay, nice one. So you're getting real intimate.
Yeah.
And then he comes in. So
As
you
an intimate on live too.
don't worry, they'll know how to go about it. You know, please do the one that is cool for TV.
Okay.
But let us know that you're getting that. All right, so we're shooting the season 4.
It's the season 4 of the Men's Club.
Club right about now. Director's ready.
I don't have my hat.
So
Oh
camera.
man, where's his hat?
Oh, don't worry, we'll do without it.
All right, let's go.
Camera, lights, action.
So also, do you know how difficult it is to play Lewis without the hat?
I know, right?
I never knew.
Oh, you're so used to
There's
it.
one in the
Suddenly,
middle.
no hat, and I have no idea who
Yeah.
he is.
Yeah.
Everything is in the hat.
All right,
Amazing. I
let's
never knew
try.
that. I never knew that.
All right, so camera, lights, action.
I'll pretend.
Put an imagination cap on.
That's how I'm trying.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh wow, this hat looks really nice on you.
Oh, thank you very much. Is it the fine one or the ugly Pharrell one?
It's both.
It's okay.
Yeah,
okay.
you're just, you know,
Thank you.
sexy to
So
me
I'll
all
know
the
which-
time.
Thank you, love. Thank you.
Yeah.
This hair, though. I told you I love the hair.
You love the hair. Okay.
Like this is my favorite hair you've done, actually. Okay, yeah. Okay, now that's like
Now
a real
this is
compliment.
like, exactly.
It's supposed to be an acting compliment.
Well,
All right, so let's go. Camera, light, action.
Yes, I love this your earrings, though.
you love them?
Yeah,
really?
let me see it.
It was actually your mom who gave them to me.
Serious? Serious? And the lipstick, everything is just working
I like it when you compliment
lovely.
me.
God damn. God damn.
Charlie, I need to tell you something.
Oh. Is everything okay?
I need to tell you something. It's about your mom.
Just give me a sec.
No, see, babe, he can say it in front of me, okay? If it's about your mom, he can say it in front of me.
What happened to my mom?
What's going on?
What's up? Is she okay?
Guy, I need to talk to you privately.
You can say it in front of me.
If you can tell it, say it to me, you can say it to her. What's up? Is she okay? Did she call you?
She's sick.
What do you mean that she's sick?
Really sick. And she needs you.
She's not dead yet?
No.
She's not. Is she almost dead?
She's sick.
So she's not almost dead. She's just
She's
sick.
sick.
And
Babe,
didn't
you can't
think-
say that
She's
about
sick.
your
I'm
mom.
just saying
She's
that
sick
if
because
like
you're with
You
her.
can't say that.
I'm just saying like if she's sick because I'm with her and you now decide to bring the
She
news
needs
while
you.
I'm with her and she's not
That's
almost
why I'm
dead. It's
surprised,
just
like-
not important news to stop this. You know
You
what I mean?
were in the mid. Can
It's
you
pretty
step
much cock blocking,
outside?
my nigga.
Okay, thank you.
Oh man. Great stuff, guys. All right, so
No, God, like he's dead. If he's not dead, then you can't come.
Can you imagine Louis? Louis saying he's not dead?
He's
Oh
not
my
dead,
God.
you can't obstruct the other thing.
now I want to be sure
Jeff, the other
he
thing.
completes what he's.
No,
Wow.
we all know that now. It's guy code. If no one is dying, you do not obstruct the stuff.
And this is Louis's energy
this
to his
point.
mom.
Okay.
To be honest, it's
At
really
this point.
funny.
Awesome, guys. I loved it, but we're going. So I want you guys to, you know, your fans and everybody, how they can connect with you. You know what to expect and all of that. So I'll start with you, Jeff.
So, I mean, fans, just keep sticking up to TMC. We're going to give you the best. And you can follow me on on Instagram, David_Ankara_Manche. I'm just on Instagram. Don't do any other social media platform. But just stick and tune. We're going to give you more convincing and sweet episode.
Hey.
All right, Negi.
All right, is this me? Okay, hello everybody. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to check me out beyond even just the Men's Club, you can watch The Most Toasted Girl on YouTube. There's also Enake. I play GM on that as well. And Juju Stories, which is the most recent short film that I've done, won an award at the Lorcano Festival. Please look out for it. It's coming out on multiple platforms with Canal Plus as well. What else? And follow me, The Nengers, on everything. THENENGERS, The Nengers, aka The Most Toasted Girl, signing out. Baj.
How you guys doing? You can follow me on every single social media platform. Is the exact same name. Baj Adebule. Baj, B-A-A-J. Adebule, A-D-E-B-U-L-E. And of course, the new season of Men's Club is coming out. I don't even need to even prop it up for you. You've been on our neck for like a year, and we've heard you.
Yeah.
And you've put the pressure on them, so they're like, they know they have to make a great show.
Exactly.
So everything is in there already. So I can't wait for you. I can't wait to read the script and see what they have, what they've come up with. And for me, my debut film is coming out pretty soon. It's called Come With Me. I really hope you get to see it. It's really amazing. A lot of work was put into making it. And for anything you want to watch of me, any platform, just type Badge Adebule and the list should drop quite immediately. So I hope you enjoy it.
Swag!
Guys,
Oh my gosh.
I've had a good time. I've really had a good time. And thanks to you guys for making out time for us to have this conversation. I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
And I'm hoping that you come to Ghana more often.
Most definitely,
yes,
man.
for sure. Thank you.
Possibly marry here in Ghana.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, since you brought it up, I wanted to keep this for later, but...
Oh, you still want to do this?
This marriage, this marriage. Now I'm beginning to think that that's what's gonna happen.
I don't see like
we don't even know
so
what's
many
gonna
comments on that.
Yeah.
Now that they're like, no, I'm just good to do it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Too many
it's okay,
comments.
guys. Soon. I will marry Badge soon. I just need one spouse first.
And that's from a side chick. Nah. That's from a side chick who's trying to marry a married man already. Now, guys, thanks for watching, man. I'm KMJ, and it's been an incredible time spending time with you. Hopefully, we're going to come your way another time with quite an exciting conversation. And always do good and communicate. Thanks for watching.